Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm honoured to rise today to speak about the life and legacy of John Roxburgh Smith. John Smith was a progressive Conservative MPP who represented the riding of Hamilton Mountain in this legislature for 10 years, from 1967 to 1977. He served in Cabinet as Minister of Correctional Services and Minister of Government Services. He sat on the Immigration Refugee Board of Canada. His family says his last political quest was to convince the provincial government to replace the statue of Chief Tecumseh in the lobby here at Queen's Park. John stepped into the political life at an early age, serving as a Hamilton alderman during 2 different periods. He enjoyed political life, but helping people really was his true calling. During the exodus of refugees from Vietnam, John invited a group of friends to form a charity called the Mountain Fund to help the boat people. For 14 years, he worked tirelessly in helping Vietnamese refugees resettle in Canada. Under John's leadership, the group resettled 3,000 Vietnamese refugees. His wife Judy tells the story of the time that John insisted on driving to Toronto Airport in the middle of the night during a snowstorm to meet a refugee family that had just arrived. He told his wife, "They can't wait any longer. They have suffered enough." That was the heart of John Smith. He was a man of faith, a man who lived his life according to his firm belief in the Christian gospel. After leaving the political arena, John became an ordained minister. He told his friend, Reverend Paul Luth, his years as an ordained minister were some of the most fulfilling of his life. He loved the ministry and poured himself into his work. While serving as rector and later as archdeacon at St. George's Church in Hamilton, John made it a point of knowing the name of every single person in the congregation. He had a way of making an instant connection with people. In 2012, he was awarded the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal, a medal to honour his significant contributions to his community. He was the founder of the Sir John A. Macdonald Society. He also served on the Ontario Horticultural Society Executive and volunteered his summers to work among the Inuits in the Arctic. People who knew him say John was a soft-spoken man, but he had a fierce and compassionate spirit for helping those in need. John passed away on December 6th last year at the age of 82. In the days before he died, a steady stream of people arrived at the intensive care unit at Hamilton General Hospital. The hospital waiting room was packed with refugees, some from as far away as California. They wanted to hold his hand and thank him for what he had done for them. The doctors were so moved by the outpouring of gratitude that they allowed the hundreds of visitors to stay. When John would walk through Lime Ridge Mall in Hamilton, he would often be stopped by people who he had helped over the years. His family would comment that he was famous for helping people. John Smith adored his family. He was married to his wife Judy for 43 years, and together they raised 3 children and 4 grandchildren. His family and extended family members are sitting in the gallery here today. Please join me in welcoming his wife Judy, daughter Haley, and sons Drew and John and their spouses, grandchildren, extended family and friends back to the legislature where John served for a decade. You must be very proud.